Hey guys, welcome back to, it's Friday here at Moto-tech. As you can see, we're stacking up even more. It's wrapping around on the back and then double stacking on the back there. So we're getting really busy. We are about 2 weeks out right now from work. If you drop off today, just give you guys a heads up. And it is a beautiful day on Friday. It's gonna be a great weekend this weekend. And you know what great weekends mean? Rides everywhere. You guys are gonna be on your motorcycles, you're gonna be on your ATVs, you're gonna be on your dirt bikes out there, you're gonna be on your enduros, you're gonna be in a plane like this guy, you know, kind of thing, working on finish up my pilot's license as we go. But one thing I want to push up here is proper maintenance and safety. So many bikes have come through with either leaking fork seals, brake calipers that are caked over and brake dust and fork oil, or brake fluid that's leaking out of the calipers there, all the way down to stripped out bolts, like into the caliper, trying to replace, you know, brake pads for someone, and the bolts are stripped out. The retaining pins, which are the little bolts with the hex heads on them, they've been stripped out before, so now we got to drill everything out, order new parts and all. So when you're buying these bikes, please make sure you look these bikes over, because a lot of the stuff is very dangerous, especially when your brake calipers and brake pads are saturated in fork oil, and then you don't have brake pads left, which is causing your rotors to superheat, and it's warping your rotors. So as you're pushing the bike forward and back, and it does not freely move whatsoever, it is binding up, because as you go slowly, you can feel it go smooth and then catch, and it almost stops the bike a little bit and it keeps going. That's your brake rotors that are catching into the calipers themselves. All right, or it could be a transmission problem that you might be running into. So many bikes come in here, the chains are so loose, I can pick the chain and lift it off the sprocket itself. We automatically tighten your chain here for you, and we adjust it to where it needs to be, because we don't let you leave here unsafe like that when it comes to the chain maintenance. All the other stuff we have to write down, so that way you know what the problems are that you have in your bike. The safety aspects, I mean, there are times I actually stress how dangerous some of these bikes are that people are on, that are riding, telling them, hey, what you have here is extremely dangerous. Eventually, your brakes are going to seize up and lock up on the interstate. Your chain's going to come off, snap, and crack that engine casing. Could lock up the actual bike itself and cause you to go high side, low side, and all. And we don't want any kind of issues like that. We don't want to hear about, you know, customers and friends get hurt out there. So we do our best to try to make sure we give you all the information you need to fix on your bike, especially when you guys are going to go out on these big group rides. Because it's not just about you. You gotta understand, when you do a group ride, yes, it's out there, you're having fun, you got all these other people around you, but your responsibility, one, is for you to make sure that you're on a properly maintained bike that's gonna have the best possibility of not having an issue. Because if you have an issue and you go down and you're in the middle of a group ride or in the front of a group ride, everybody else behind you now is in that impact zone. And it's your responsibility to know the maintenance aspect of your bike. All right, and the safety aspect of your bike, is you want to make sure that everybody else in that group is going to be safe too, in case something happens with your bike or someone else. So if you guys are doing group rides, please make sure you have some type of, I guess I would say, road captain in a sense, that's going to go around and check everybody's bike out. Because if somebody out there has 3 to 4 inches of slack in their chain and you're lifting it up and it is going all the way up and all the way down, that should be a clue to you that, hey, when you're riding, this chain may come off. And it may cause not only an issue to your bike, but it may sling off and someone behind them. Or if you go by and you see that their brake calipers are caked up so much with dust and debris and oil that it's going to cause an issue. Or you look at their brake pads, which is super simple to do, and they have no brake pad. It is metal on metal, and you can feel the rotor being grooved in as they've been riding. You guys that are putting these rides together need to make sure you have some type of safety aspect to it, just to make sure that everybody has fun and everybody is safe out there. All right. Next issue we have here. When you call the shop, I'm the only one that works here. I do all the maintenance and all that. I do all the answering. I do all the towing. I do everything here. When you call and I tell you, hey, you drop off today, you ask me, hey, what's your time frame? And I say, you drop off today, I'm about 2 weeks out before I can look at it. And you say, that's not acceptable. I want it done right now because I have a ride on Saturday and it's a Friday morning. And you're telling me your bike doesn't start, I have no idea what's going to cause a problem. You might need parts, you might have electrical issues, I have no idea. but don't come calling and demanding that you want your bike done right now. That's not how this shop works. We're very moral and ethically inclined. We have all these people here that have dropped off and that are all waiting on work, parts, things like that are coming in. Yeah, you calling me saying that this isn't acceptable and that you want it done right now? You know, I will tell you, if you want it done right now, it's $300 an hour. And because you're causing all these people having to wait. And you don't like the answer, I'm sorry. But please don't call my shop and demand that you want your stuff done right now because you're on your way to drop it off and you have a ride in a couple hours. I can't do that. Now, if it's tire change or oil change, things like that, simple I can do. But if you're coming in here and you have no idea what happened and you're saying the bike shut off and it doesn't want to get out of gear, things like that, I can't do it and I'm not going to do it right there on the spot for you. You can drop off like everybody else. Which also leads me to the next point. When I say I'm 2 weeks out, if you drop off today kind of thing, no, I'm not going to put your name on a list and tell you, hey, the bike's done over here, you can come by and drop it off in an hour and then I can get to it. Not fair to all these other customers here. Excuse me. And please don't try to bribe me with it. If you want to offer me $200, $300, $400 just to hold your spot in line here, you know, it's just not fair to everybody else. I'm sorry. Ethically, I'm not going to do that to everyone else here. Everybody else has dropped off. They're waiting their turn, just like the one before them, one after them. Sorry, I'm not going to take extra money and push somebody else farther out because they want to ride too. And other shops are not going to do that for you either that I know of. I can't tell you if Halls or the big dealerships are going to do stuff like that. That's on them. We're not like them. We're a small independent shop here, and we try to keep things as ethically and morally responsible as possible on there. Which leads to the next thing. Parts are still taking forever. It's weird. I'll order this one part today at 9 in the morning, and then I'll order the same part for another bike that needs it 2 hours later. I'll get one part the next day. It'll be 2 weeks before I get the next part. It's all based on these shippers. UPS has already stated, and FedEx has pushed out now that they are not guaranteeing any time frames. If you send today express mail and it's supposed to be a 2-day, they don't guarantee it'll be there in 2 days. It might be 5 days before it gets to you, but you just paid for 2 day shipping. All our stuff is always paid for next day shipping, and everything's included in from our vendors when they do that. But it's up to UPS, FedEx, USPS, things like that are going to do that. And also, other than that, as you can see, we are getting busy. We're stacking up all the way around. As you can see, we're going here all the way up to the doors, up on the lifts. I mean, we are getting busier and busier. I actually have one on the back of the trailer over here I have to take down. We do have some of the vintage bikes in here that we're working on. Tires, you guys need tires, and we have another tire special going on this month. And we're going to continue the one we did last month with the Dunlop Road Sport 2s and the Dunlop GPRs front and rears. I have to double check the pricing, but I think it's like $375 installed for front and rear tires if you do the sets on that. Just to give you guys a heads up on that one. If you guys need tires, and I will push this out, and I have no problem saying this, do not go to Halls for your tires. If you can't come to Moto-tech, go to Cycle Gear. You're going to get better pricing at both those locations than you will at Halls. I had a customer buy a tire on Tuesday from them because unfortunately Cycle Gear doesn't open up till 10. They needed something at 9 in the morning, and Halls doesn't open till 10. But someone answered. They bought a tire at full retail pricing, which is outrageous because nobody makes full retail roughly. I know Cycle Gear doesn't. We don't do that. All the other shops that are open in town do not make full retail pricing on that. It's usually 10 or 15 bucks over our cost is what we sell a tire for because we have to be competitive with the online shoppers out there. It's just how it is. But they bought it at full retail pricing, which was a little over $100 more than what everybody else would sell the tire for. So please be careful. Call Cycle Gear right up the street here in Mobile or any other town you're in. Do not call the dealership for your tires unless they're running a great special. Call us. We have tire specials all day long. We can get you in and out in the same day on tires as long as our workload's there. All the other stuff, you need engine replacements, things like that, that's what we're here for. But another nice thing, STT, Sports Bike Track Time, has so many events coming up for the track. They got Road Atlanta, they got Barber, they got Talladega. You got even Track Day winner John Cook is now, I'm hearing that they're signing a contract for NOLA. They're going to be there a lot. There are so many tracks around here. You guys need to go to the track at least one time, one weekend at the track. Yes, I know you're gonna need, you know, leathers, you're gonna need full boots and gauntlet gloves, and a track safe bike, which is pretty much anything that, as long as it doesn't leak oil out there and it's tuned out or maintenance properly and everything. But you will learn so much on one weekend at the track in novice level that you can apply on the street to make you a safer, faster, better rider out there. Okay. I mean, I push STT because I coach for them, but I push all the track organizations out there, that anybody that wants to go to one. You need to go at least one weekend. You're gonna learn so much. It's amazing how much a person overcompensates on their bike, that they literally try to force the bike to do things when the bike wants to do it on its own, and it's actually causing the bike not to want to do it, because, you know, you're over inputting. You really need to go to the track. I mean, I know it's a little expensive, but it's the best investment you'll ever make if you want to be a much better rider on a daily basis out here. Okay, we go to the track once a month or twice a month, depends on what they have events are going on. We offer carpooling. You need to go up there and we take your gear, your bike, you ride with us, not a problem. You split gas. That's all we ask. And you have to pay for your own event and all that stuff up there, but we have no problems taking you up there. You'll be able to, to book underneath our tents. We tent with a lot of other instructors there, so you'll have a lot of one-on-one time to be able to talk, things like that. Vaughn's watching, was on here, and he goes to the track religiously with his wife. You know, he can tell you how much difference and improvement in his riding skills have been. You know, they just move up. So other than that, I want you guys to have a great and safe weekend out there. So many rides are going on. I know Pensacola's got rides, Panama City's got rides, people in Biloxi are riding. I know people in Mobile are going to get together. And please be safe out there. Look out, keep your head on a swivel. Look out for everybody out there, because you're not a defensive rider, you're an offensive rider at all times out there. Make sure your bike's maintained. If you have questions, call us here at the shop. We'll try to get you in and out as fast as we can. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.